Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? All right. Hey, traders, welcome to the stream. My God. Yeah, just, all right. Okay, just technical weird stuff going on like every day. But here's Bitcoin, man. Here's Bitcoin. Uh-oh, 4 hour. This is not the stuff you're looking for, really. I mean, it just developed where you made a high. You've now put in another high that is higher than the previous high, and you are showing lower levels on the oscillators. That is breaking news that has developed over the past, over 12 plus hours or so. You got it on the RSI as well. Overbought twice. That's just not, that signifies somewhat of buyer exhaustion. Impending price action reversal. I hope it doesn't happen, man. I'm just reporting to you what currently stands, man, on the chart today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. It's happening now. You can clearly see it's just a range. $17.5, $15.5, $2,000 range, I would think. Black Saturday low, and then the new lows from early November. So you haven't even seen or tested the 200 moving average. You haven't touched that level since November 8th. Really what happened was everything makes sense, doesn't it? Where you've got the VIX hitting 20, less than 20, the mother of all trend lines on the S&P 500. We know what's happened this year every time that's happened. And today the VIX spiked. The S&P 500 clearly, after a couple days last week, unable to break the level, reversed, and you've continued to reverse, getting further away from that mother of all trend lines. We will look at it. Rising wedge, some bearish divergence.
Alabama, Arkansas, or Tennessee in college men's basketball? Happy Monday, Mitch.
What's up, Tommy? I mean, you're not asking the right person. What do you think I'm going to be like? Tennessee, dude. No, Bama's like awesome. Bama's like really good this year. I mean, from what I've seen already. They beat the #1 team in the country last week. And that's the first time since 2004 an Alabama basketball team's beaten the #1 team in the country. So, you got that going. Thanks, Tommy, for the 10. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Bearish divergence on the 4 hour. Daily, whatever. Daily, sideways. I mean, there's nothing on the daily. Nothing at all. I mean, you could say Class C, hidden bearish divergence, but, here it's not as crazy. I'm just telling you where there is kind of an edge on the 4 hour. And it's saying reverse. And if the S&P 500 continues its reversal, then Bitcoin will be going lower. But you're fine, man. You're fine. You hadn't taken out your lows from the 4th, which was yesterday, so all's technically okay in that way. All right. Ethereum. Here you are on the 4 hour. The exact same type of buyer exhaustion is apparent. The same high. So instead of Class A bearish divergence like Bitcoin has, it has Class B bearish divergence where you double top on price and a lower level on the same high. You got it. So it's implying reversal to the downside, but it hasn't happened yet. I really don't like how it's testing the 200 moving average for the first time since it crashed on November 8th, and it's kind of rejecting it. But again, no, not much follow through yet, so you're okay, but you're near the top of this local range that we've been looking at on the quad screen. I kind of cleaned it up here for the 4 hour because it's perfect, right? This is, I think, how it is. We're going to look at natural gas. Unless it's the weekend or it's Sunday or whatever, the markets are closed, we look at natural gas every day. U.S. oil too. Commodities, man. So that's Ethereum daily. Not going to be a whole lot. You are still kind of flirting with that 1220 to 1260 area. Still in the downtrend. going back to last year. Still haven't tested it yet. That'd be around 1320. It would require Bitcoin pumping to see that.
You saved me the other day, flexed bicep.
Todd, what do you mean? You want to elaborate? Thanks so much, Todd, for the 10. Hey, if you're going super chats, understand what's just happened. As of just less than an hour ago, we have launched. It's like Patreon, but it's for Discord. Discord subscriptions. They're coming for you, Patreon. Do you hear me? If you're out there watching, you're on the Patreon team, you're in trouble. Discord has set up their own thing where we no longer technically require the Discord bot. We're not getting rid of the Patreon by any means. It's going to stay there for a very long time because we have people that are grandfathered in at lower prices. That's staying. But you can now, if you want to, join the Patreon. It's not even called the Patreon anymore. It's just called joining the Citadel on Discord. There's also, I'll show you what it looks like. You know, pretty cool. Just give me a moment. I mean, this only happens once ever, dude. Okay. There it is. Right, you can be a supporter, 25 bucks. You just get emojis. It really is virtually just you are contributing to the community because it's crowdsourced. You know that. You just want to say, hey, thank you. Okay. And then, you know, it's the standard Patreon with everything, all the trade setups, education, all that stuff, right? So, you know, this is just going forward. It's the future. We launched it now, and that's it. Okay. It's not really that crazy, but you can join it by, you know, right here where it's all the tabs. You're in the Discord server. It's up at the top, server subscriptions. So that's where it is. Okay. I have no idea how to get alerted when someone joins, or no one's joined yet. So we'll see. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Bitcoin daily, Ethereum daily. Let's go to BNB now. That is just, forget about it, man. BNB, it's like, not sure. I mean, it's just sideways, man. So sideways. 4 hour. Look, just disregards this. It's nothing, right? It's like it's not even. It's holding this. I don't like that. Do you like that? You tell me. Do you like to see an asset holding a support, a horizontal line support, and every time it bounces, it makes a lower high, and rejecting the 200 moving average, and is so weak that it couldn't possibly make bearish divergence like Bitcoin or Ethereum that are both doing that right now. This thing's making only lower high. It's not making higher. Bitcoin higher high. Ethereum the same high, and here you are, BNB lower high. Wow, man. It's like Goldilocks and the three Barras, you know. This one's too hot, this one's too cold, this one's just right or something. I don't know. The three, they're different. They're the same but different. This is the weakest. And I'm sure, like, what, bearish convergence? Of course, that's the only thing you could have. Yeah, bearish convergence. Third peak. 1, 2, 3. I don't like that. That doesn't look good, man. With Bart Simpson incoming, square up down at like 250. I don't like it, man. I don't like BNB. Like, if you maybe pick between the three, I'd be like, this is the worst one. Worst performer of the three. The big three. Okay? Let that be known. Let us go to, you know, that quad screen real quick. Sorry. Okay. Here it is. Top left Bitcoin, top right Ethereum, bottom left XRP, bottom right Binance. Yeah, really 60-minute charts. You really gotta hate that, right? On BNB, just as we looked at it on the 4 hour, it's so visible in 60 minutes. It's just like, oh man. And then, you know, right, as it had failed to break this very key level, right? You had tested so many times going all the way back to this summer, You're below it. You're below a 60-minute 200 simple moving average. That is terrible looking. That's almost like, let's go short, man. Awful. 258 target. I think that makes the absolute most sense here. BNB gross. 50 shades of gross. XRP not even looking that. I mean, how was that pretty? Right? The range, even if you were going to say, no, man, this is the top of the range. It doesn't matter. Either way, man. Look at this. You up thrusted, then you up thrusted again with a lower high distribution, and now another lower high. And this last lower high is a formal back test of the top of the range as resistance, and now you're below the 200 simple moving average again. That's ugly, man. That's really bearish looking stuff right there, yeah? Even if it breaks upward, that's not really the price action you want to be seeing, okay? It's not. Yeah, I don't think you can do it on mobile yet or something. It's so new.
Hey Mitch, love what you do. Would you be able to check out CVX? Stock not coin. Thanks.
Yeah, Chevron, dude. Yes, we will look at it. Hold on one sec. I need my energy, my fuel. You know, Irwin Coffee was on the news, his local news today. It's pretty funny. You can check it out on his Instagram. He has a Bayou accent, which is funny. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Where does that show up? No, we have not looked at Litecoin yet. We just got started, man. Let's look at total. Well, let's look at XRP on this screen. Oh my God, man! You're on the 4 hour. Look at the 200 moving. You're below the 60-minute 200 some moving average. You're below the 4 hour some moving average. And this is kind of along the lines of the BNB local stuff, right? Where Bitcoin's making that higher high. Ethereum's making the same high. And you have XRP and BNB making lower highs. Oh boy. It's not really cool. I mean, it's not really like great stuff. I'd prefer you make a higher high and you break above 200 moving average. You don't reject it twice. It's starting to get sketchy over here for a pullback. Definitely getting a little sketchy. But otherwise, it is a nice harmonic that completed and has rallied off of it, but might come back for another test. Just depending on what Bitcoin does. I mean, hard to have much confidence on the 4 hour with Bitcoin if it's showing bearish divergence, if it's that evident, that's obvious, you know. Guess we'll see. Okay, let's go to total. Do you like totals? Anyone out there like totals?
I like turtles.
Jonathan likes totals. Sweet. No change from yesterday. I mean, no change since really the beginning of the month, right? Oh, wow. Just sideways for 5 days. All right, where buyers defended the level. Nice defense. But come on, give me some follow-through. Let's get some pumps going. It's hard to pump when you have the macro, the S&P 500 reversing, and the volatility index spiking. Right? Remember the kryptonite of every asset that's risk on? Everyone is the VIX. And the VIX will destroy all things. Yep, sitting sideways. Paul Wall. 808 billion. And there's just nothing here. It's an up-down situation. Okay, then go up. Well, it's not going up. Well, I mean, what are you doing? Do something. 5 days now. You know you're in a downtrend, but you just recently defended a level from history from 2018. So, okay, do something. So the ones that looked good, but again, still just couldn't do anything. The fifth largest crypto out there. Dogecoin. And Dogecoin, it was breaking out, dude. It made its highest level since November 8th, last night. But again, stock market opens, volatility spikes, S&P dumps. That's just not going to work. It's hard. It's really tough, man, when the market's open. Because Bitcoin rolls over, it dumps, and then that causes Doge to dump. So it's like you have not been able, buyers have not been able to absorb the supply. There is too much supply at 10.6 to 11 cents. Back February and March of 2022 of this year, really. Too much still. But the good news is you aren't making a lower high yet. Not quite. But you are showing a little bit of, I think, some bearish divergence. The high, the higher high, the same high. You know, lower levels or the same levels on the oscillators. So that's kind of a little stagnation. You broke a demand line too. So, I don't know. I guess you're okay for now. Daily, no big deal. Daily's just like, yep, you tried to break it and you couldn't, and it's kind of indecision candle, no big deal. Just come on, man. One last level and we go to 15 cents. You may never be able to break it, but you're patient, maybe we will. It's so tough, man, right? It's been like this. It's like we know where the stock market is. We know it's at like a massive reversal point. How's that going to affect cryptos? I don't know, man. Sometimes it affects them really bad. And today was one of those days where it affected things pretty bad. You know, all these breakouts that were trying to happen, hampered by the stupid stock market. Futures up right now. I mean, if you have a magnifying glass, maybe. Looking at them, like squinting at my futures charts. Yeah. So anyway, I wouldn't be like, you can't just like change, you can't just go bearish because it couldn't break out again. But yeah, it's kind of like that was disappointing. Maybe we'll get another test and we'll break it. Maybe it's absorption of remaining supply. Maybe that's exactly what's happening. Either way, the entry of the trade was way lower. I mean, you know, you're not too worried about it. You know, what caused the entry of the trade setup, the trigger, what triggered me to post the trade setup was this engulfing candle on the 22nd of November. And at the same time, the 12-hour bullish divergence. That was it. And since then, I mean, even from that entry to where it is right now, it's still up 30% in less than 2 weeks. 30% in less than 2 weeks. And at the highest point yesterday, it was up 43.68% in 12 days. So, you know, it's not our job to try to predict what's going to happen every single day. We just know, like, it looked good. There was an argument there. It's played out pretty well so far, but it's certainly not gone all the way. Okay, we're still on first, second base with this. Okay, so that's a bearish engulfing candle in 12 hours was confirmed. Yikes. Still some higher lows. All right, that's Doge. We'll look at SHIB too, just because why not, man? I mean, like, you know, it's kind of been hand in hand with Doge, with technical developments that were great. I mean, it hit its highest level since November 11th last night, and it broke a neckline, and then the stock market opens and the VIX pumps, and it's like, well, there you go. Nice classic head fake. Look at this joke, man. I mean, set down 7% from its highest high. Yep, 7.5% from its highest high. What a pullback. What a joke. But at the same time, all that happened. Highest daily candle close on SHIB since November 12th. They took out every single high, you know. Of all these candles, it was the highest candle close. That's crazy, right? This is it, man. It was like the neckline's breaking, and you just couldn't do anything, man. And that's
hey,
stock
Michi,
market.
PLSD a cup with handle, man. It looks to be outperforming like the Jesus. Thoughts?
Cup with handle, man. Is that a cup with handle? Everything's cup with handle, man. Brett, I have no idea. No clue, man. Where even is that? This is so weird. Bro, where do you find that? Is that like just in the like members status or something? Or community? I don't know, man. I can't find it. So anyway, right? It's not dead. It's at the same price it was at yesterday. Same price as yesterday. Just forget that even happened. Okay, well, it's still making higher lows. It's still doing fine. Still okay. Just disappointing. It's okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Hey, man, we have a Citadel member. Someone joined the Citadel? Who is that? Golshi? Hey, Golshi, thanks so much, man.
Bruh.
Show yourself, dude. Citadel member, and then is it supporter, the other one? Yeah, wow, dude. You're the first. You will always be the first forever. Yeah, man. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I was gonna we're gonna kick it off. I mean, if someone joins, we're gonna start boozing, man, because I haven't drank in a while. Figured why not, man? Goal sheet, there you go. There he is, man. Nice little logo next to your name too. Jesus chimes for goal sheet. It's 150 tier right there. So that's a nice fake out though. I mean that's gonna spook so many people, you know, but really nothing's changed if you just omit it. It's the same price. Anyway. So we could look at some more. Oh man, you had Crow was doing stuff, man. What? Crow? Crypto.com at one time was up 11% plus. What? It's kind of like, Bitcoin in a way. It's hard to trust this, man. It's, I guess, range bound. What was it? SNX was up. Yeah, SNX, man. Broke upwards. Broke the 200 moving average and tested it for the first time since the 8th of November. Nice. And this is one that was just rough, dude. I mean, look what it held. This was I think, yeah, look what it bounced off of, man. That November of 2019 high. And then another test in June of 2022. Look at that, twice held and rallied off of that. Doesn't mean the trend's reversed and it's bullish, but dang, man, that's what can manifest from buyers defending a level twice. Confirmation low. You get a rally. You had Bitcoin Cash that, man, it was doing stuff. It was making its highest level since Thanksgiving, and it's still above its 200 moving average on the 4 hour, which is unlike XRP and stuff. It's still above 107.70, which is a 2018 level, I think. 2019 low. I mean, it's still fine. It's just, wow. Imagine what happens when the VIX doesn't spike and stocks don't dump. This thing could probably be at 130 by now. But yeah, everything, there was damage done, but not really. Technicals are still okay here. I think you got that with most of the ones that looked pretty good. Ethereum Classic was good. Man, look at that. Couldn't break out. Look at this supply line. No break. Still completed harmonic, right? Still bullish divergence, but just failing to launch. Hard to catch bids, man, with a VIX spike like that. Speaking of the VIX, we'll just go to it real quick. The VIX up 8.86%. You can't even make this up. It's the deep Fibonacci retrace percentage point to the point. That's it. That happened, man. You got a very similar type of gap up on the 19th of August before gapping up massively again. So just pay attention. I hope this isn't the top for the stock market, but history tells us it has been. This was a top in early April and mid-August. Let's hope not early December. Can't be that surprised. You're about to show positive momentum for the first time since October 13th, which was the bottom for a lot of altcoins. Interesting, right? The bottom for a lot of altcoins on October 13th, and the VIX tops out. They are correlated. They are very much correlated. So if this thing's spiking, poor altcoins. They're not all stocks and altcoins gonna get wrecked, unfortunately. And then you can't look at the VIX without looking at the S&P 500. You just can't, man. Here it is. I mean, this is a rising wedge pattern, long established downtrend, very much intact, extended bear market rally, rejecting prices back below the 200-day simple moving average, rejecting 4,058, which is a very real inflection point from May of 2021. And also, I mean, testing the top of the rising wedge, and look at all this. You can't tell me this isn't divergence, right? It is so much divergence. It just keeps making higher highs and just keeps making lower levels on the oscillators. I mean, and you haven't seen negative momentum on the S&P 500 since October 12th. Just like the VIX had not seen positive momentum since October 12th, 13th. Lowest daily candle close since November 29th. Lowest daily candle close of the month. Dude, it's only been 4 days. Yeah, I know. Sounds way more dramatic though, right? Back below the bullish control zone on the S&P daily. You're neutral now, but look how many 3 rejections. That's not really what you're looking for.
Thanks.
Okay, you're not really supposed to be like, hey man, we're in the bullish control, and we're not. And we're back in the bullish control, and we're not. And we're back in the, and no. Like, you're not, that's not supposed to happen. Bullish markets, you don't do that really. Bullish markets, man, you're getting overbought, okay? You're effortlessly getting overbought to get out of overbought territory to cool off and do it again. I mean, it's like, what is this crap, man? What a joke. What happened? B-dubs, what's up, man? Thank you. Sorry, I was streaming in the zone. We will look at YFI. Well, let's just knock out these index funds real quick. Let's run through them. People want them. You know, there's just a little, I guess, parallel channel going on here, and you're at that level, I guess, and you're still above 33.7. But just know, man, like, you're back below the high from August. But yes, you're certainly still above 33.7. When you break 33.7, you're probably done for. That's probably when you're going way, way lower. Negative momentum building. In fact, highest level of negative momentum the Dow Jones saw since October 3rd. And there's a little bit of bearish divergence there on the Dow Jones, maybe on the daily. So overextended on price. Even if the trend's reversing, man, the pullback probably makes sense, but we're in a long-term downtrend still. The trend has not reversed. Down almost, I see the NASDAQ composite down almost 2% today. Gapped down a little bit and then just sold off. And yeah, this is bearish divergence, class C bearish divergence, really. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like turned into class B, class C into class B. Yeah, these are just low volume, choppy, methodical rallies. That's bear market rally. That's not bull market stuff. Trend is not reversed yet. You are not in a bull trend. You know that the NASDAQ would have to not only just break that previous high at 13.2, it would then have to pull back, make a higher low, and then re-break it or back test it and keep going. There's just too much that has to happen for you to be like, oh, I'm bullish now. Remember the VIX, man. And it's really, if you're just paying attention to the S&P 500, it's been a pretty good, those trend lines have been pretty good compass. Cool, man. And then the Russell 2000, very disappointing price action today on the IWM. Look at this, falling back. This is not what you want. This is like, uh-oh, yep, probably screwed. Yep, that's the type of stuff that you look at and you say, yep, this is probably wrecked now. Okay, you had a false breakout last week. Locally, clear as day, bearish divergence. Back below the supply line, back below $185, which is not much. It's, what was it, a high from November 2020? It's not much. Back below that, you're 200. You're below like 3 different levels that were really important. And the issue with the IWM that's so bad, man. Look at this, just failing. Bullish control zone, nope, nope, and really just back tested it. It's crazy. That is crazy bad, man. Yep. Failing to launch. I mean, maybe hopefully tomorrow we just inverse that, but that's so bad. Okay, that is classic fake out, classic false breakout. Let's see if there's consequence for that, which might take you to 170, 173. There's not a lot of liquidity or demand right now. There's no money printer. There's nothing, man. Just not enough, okay? All right. Those are your index funds. Knocked them out. Let me just go say hey to gold. This is like, what in the beep? At an inflection point in flex? Yes. Hardcore inflection off a hanging man. You had held above the 200-day moving average, but dang, man, see, the VIX is the kryptonite of it all. It doesn't matter if it's gold, soybeans, Google, Amazon, Bitcoin, SHIB. When the VIX spikes, say night-night to your asset. So rejecting $1,800, you know 1,800 is one of the most important levels on this whole chart. Buyers could not do it. It reversed. So let's see how much follow through you get. The issue that's so bad on gold now. Oh my God. Does anyone see? This is the daily. This is no joke Rudy Poo 4 hour like we were looking at on Bitcoin. The same thing that Bitcoin was showing on the 4 hour, gold is now showing on the daily, and it's undeniable. Look at that. Does anyone see this? Am I taking crazy pills? It's ugly, dude. That's classic Class A bearish divergence on gold. And it's not just one oscillator, it is both. Look at that. Overbought twice. And failure, all failure, right? That implies reversal to the downside coming. And a back test to 1682 would be legendary. If this trend was reversing, going to 1682 would be amazing because it's never been back. Look, market participants broke it like nothing. Gets up to the next inflection point, shows buyer exhaustion. If the T, if the T is going to be respected, this would be probably the best thing to happen. Okay, you get a higher low, you get only at the same lows. You never really put in a real higher low. So let the TA be respected where the bearish divergence plays out, gold gets wrecked and goes to 1682. This is not a joke. Go back, test it, give us an inverse head and shoulders. And then at that point, we could show some sort of hidden bullish divergence or something, right? I think that would be the most appropriate thing to do, would be to wait on gold here. I mean, you don't want to be going long into a rally that's already happened, clear rejection of inflection point, that's very important, and then buying into clear bearish divergence on both oscillators, right? Anyone got anything to say about that? Fractal Earth did. TA is respected, this probably comes next, okay? TA is disrespected, just moon, randomly, tomorrow. Okay, good luck on golds.
Price gonna dip.
Silver, massive bearish engulfing candle at an inflection point. All right, $23 been here, and the bearish divergence rears its ugly head, just like on Big Daddy Gold. There it is. Only on the MACD, not the RSI. So let's see what kind of follow through you get here, okay? Almost like a shark. I don't know, from that high, it's a 113 shark. We had an 886 and then it blew past it.
Do you think the G looks very similar to the way it did right before the Great Depression?
The 113, man, that's pretty good, isn't it? Do I what? Something about the depression, man? Oh, I don't know about that, man. And either way, it wouldn't matter because there was no Federal Reserve intervention in 1929. They didn't do anything. There's just too much, like, too much involvement with, you know, I don't know, all world governments and central banks for us to maybe ever get a Great Depression again, but maybe that's completely wrong. I don't know, man. Number go up is longer than we've all been alive, you know, long term. So we're talking like that was like a decade, man. Great Depression. You know, the worst would be like in the 50s and 60s, right? Where it was just in the 70s, we're just up and down forever and no real breakout for so long. Okay, so let's see what happens on silver. That is implying a reversal here, and can't be that surprised. Copper making a lower high, like the BNB. Bearish engulfing, not as bad, but I think if gold and silver dump, this dumps too. Remember, this is in a long established bear trend, and it's just bearish. This is a bear market rally right now on copper. Below the 200-day moving average, remember that. Just like the S&P is below the 200-day moving average, just rejected it again. Just like it did in August before collapsing. Let's go to natural gas. Well, let's go to US oil first. That, you know, caught that rally and just dumped again, right? It's the VIX, man. The VIX is the key to the city. Nothing's gonna be able to do crap, really. You know, you might get an anomaly, but inherently it's always bad for everything when the VIX spikes, and the Fed knows that, and they figured out a way to manipulate it so it never goes above 40, because if it goes above 40, we go into a death spiral, probably get a COVID crash again. Deleveraging out the yin-yang. Okay, so I'm just like, wow, man. Oh, it held. It's the confirmation low, and then just dump. So let's just pay attention to the volatility index. The volatility index will tell you if U.S. oil is going to 61 next or 87. That's what's going to dictate it at this point. VIX being so low, and at that reversal level, you'd think, okay, then probably 61, 75 next. You know, it's just crazy, man. Okay, so there you go, man. It's like at a level and just can't do crap. No one's buying it, I get. They can't buy when the VIX spikes. Sorry, bot's not going to. They're just going to sell. Let's go natural gas. Obliterated. And what happened? What was it? The bearish 5-0 completed and great performance. That's a perfect bearish 5-0. You gap down, and here you are. You're in a lot of trouble here. Didn't it look kind of gross, right? One high, then the slightly higher high, and on that slightly higher high, you're testing that inflection point at 763, and then you start falling below the 200-day moving average. It's like that's how you end up getting type 2 returns on sharks and stuff, right? The exhaustion will set in off the reaction low, and so it's dumping, but now it's broken key supports, and the key support is what? Goes back, man, 2010 and 14, and look at that, man, 2004. Yeah, man, this price. I mean, you could be pretty confident to believe if you're below 575, you're going to 460. Look at the historical price action. Look at that one time, 2000, reverses down to 460, then reverses again. Love the back test as resistance before collapsing further in 2001. That's it, man. Natural gas, if this is a true breakdown, then the target is $4.60. Okay? Which would make sense because it might be a type 2 return. Yeah, we should go to Tesla real quick because it's on the thumbnail and it's Elon. I forgot. Yeah, let's just do that now. Very bad. I mean, like, hey, man, that could be a spring back test. Sure, it could. But again, it's just like you look at anything at critical supports right now, and then you just know where the S&P is, what it's just done, that bear market rally 6 weeks, 7 weeks, the volatility index, and you're like, how does this hold if history repeats itself again, where the VIX pumps to 35 eventually, and the S&P 500 goes and makes fresh lows? There's no way Tesla holds the support, which if you don't understand or you're new, you don't know, you're just tuning in, this is almost everything. This is such a massive last line of support. It was a big deal up here too, 209. If you break that, it's straight down to 180 and 180. And now here we are again, right at it after just an abysmal joke of a rally off the bullish divergence and the little wedge breakout. And yeah, I get it. If buyers defend this level, maybe inverse head and shoulders, maybe spring back test, but dude, give me a few days because I'm not going to be confident until we actually start catching real bids off of this and start really going. I'm just not. You can't be confident here, knowing what we know about the VIX and the S&P. I have an alert. You better have your alerts set up below like 180. Have it set up, man. When you hear that beep, you know. Chaos and pandemonium, bearish pandemonium for Tesla. There you go. Sorry, Elon. Okay, there's natural gas, and then you had, hey, rice futures, dude. Let's go. Rice futures getting slaughtered. Right, thinking, hey man, it could be, it's failing to break a resistance, and it could be the type 2. and just, again, it's the VIX, man. Rice futures is not immune. So if it is a true type 2, then I think it might be over, right? Rice could be done for. Corn. You know, corn's pretty much done, dude. It's a bear trend. And look at the 200-day simple moving average being rejected. All the bearish divergence manifested into a bearish breakdown. Nice. And then you're below $666, which is really... I mean, there's nothing here till 576. It's never pivoted, really, until 576. So the downside on corn futures... 10% more downside on corn. Hey man, you got to go shopping. Wait a few days till we go down another. I'm just kidding, because it's not like that's not how it works, really. But just saying, 10% more downside on corn futures from where you are right now. Okay. Wheat futures. Oh boy, it's over, dude. Let it be known that I think it's done. I think we're done on wheat. You had, and it could pivot and rally. I mean, a miracle. Okay, a miracle could happen tomorrow. But you're now lower than the levels. You're at a lower level than you were when Russia invaded, before Russia invaded, actually. So this support at 742 that was formally broken, down 3% roughly. Once this breaks, man, you go straight down to 635. A lower high has it, not just one. You now have consecutive lower highs on the daily. You're now pretty much confirming a lower low, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, working on another lower low. Trend has reversed on wheat and corn and hogs. What about lumber futures? It was already broke support last week, continuing to dump. Not as bad as some of the others, but that's the lowest daily candle close on lumber futures since June 17th, 2020. So I was sticking with the food. Soybeans kind of held on. I mean, it's trying to hold this 1448 level. I don't think that's gonna, dude. Look at that, how bad this is. I hope it don't, like, it's back testing the spring, and as it's doing that, it's showing this disgusting bearish divergence on the daily. Gross, man. Trend reversed. You know it. It's already reversed. It is in a bear trend. It is not bullish in a trend anymore. It is trending downward. Classic distribution. It's almost like a bear flag, dude, right? I mean, like, we'll just plot here. We'll just plot this. It was like a rising friggin' wedge, man. Are you kidding? Oh my God. Just go ahead and short freaking soybeans. That's beautiful, though. Bearish divergence in a downtrend in a rising wedge continuation pattern. Let's go. Bears in the chat. Super Beara on soybeans here. Bearish continuation setting up for much lower prices. And dude, below 1448 is like 1270 something. I mean, there's just nothing here. Way lower prices, $13. Beautiful. Wonderful. What about orange juice, dude? The orange juice is going to be king. Dude, orange juice, though, is just in another world. Like, after all that, a massive bullish engulfing candle yesterday and then followed through today. and it's above 202.75, which happens to be a very key level right here from 2011. It's stupid, man. I mean, it's still a valid potential idea. It's not a valid head and shoulders, but the idea of it being a potential head and shoulders is still real. Okay, it becomes invalid of an idea of potential head and shoulders when it breaks above 212 probably. So it's just ridiculous, man. But remember, there is a bubonic plague going on, orange juice or orange trees in Florida. It's a plague called the greening plague. You know, like, just ridiculous, man. But just don't. I remember this stupid irrationality going on too on corn futures before it collapsed. Or up here, it was just like, this is stupid, man. This is stupid. Completed harmonic. What's going on? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Formal bearish back test, and then just down 20%, 25% in a day. So, and then the trend has reversed off of all that. So, but coffee futures, after the bearish back test, bearish engulfing with hidden bearish divergence, nothing. It's much lower. I mean, so bearish. Cotton futures. So holding on, man. Cotton futures is not collapsing like most other things yet. What about sugar? Sugar futures is just maybe Wyckoff distribution. You can't break the top of the range, but still just holding very strong. Peabody Energy got destroyed, which is coal. Charting 886 plus. You couldn't break 3250, could you? That is real. Look at that high back from 2017. Rejected not once, but now twice. And remember, 886, so it's like not a good area to be taking fresh longs at all. And look at the bearish divergence now. Yikes, man. Just it's a wrap, man. This is ridiculous. This is like, what are we doing, man? Everything's getting exhausted, and all the commodities, the food commodities that orange juice reverse their trends. Gold and silver getting rejected, bearish divergence. I'm just like everywhere, man. I don't know how this chart works. Does anyone know how the eggs grade A large per dozen average price in every U.S. city, or the U.S. city average at all-time highs? It updates like once every 2 weeks to once every month or something. So I don't really know how this is reported, but your egg price is still crazy. I mean, even like U.S. Steel got wrecked. Now here we got a problem, man. We have a very real. Okay, this is undeniable. Could somebody tell me what developed today? Somebody out there. I don't expect much from y'all, okay? Y'all don't type ever, so get like 2 answers maybe, if we're lucky. See if y'all are actually watching. We got a few answers. Yeah, dark cloud cover would be the right answer, which means that Trip on Magic Incorporated did it, man. He was the first and the rightest. But then, very good effort, Brian B. and Echo Leaf and Fulgur, Flavo, and Cactus Leo. Good job. Y'all all got it right. So yes, dark cloud cover reversal. Remember, does anyone remember natural gas? How did it all end for natural gas? Anyone remember? right there. I still have it. Dark cloud cover. Beautiful reversal. And it was over. You never saw those levels again. The day it happened, we identified it. Literally. Go back to the stream from August 23rd, 2022, and go look at us identify the dark cloud cover. And look where you are now. Oh my God, right? Yep. It's beautiful. So don't ignore on US Steel the dark cloud cover that has developed. You get any fall through tomorrow, it's done. It's confirmed. Whew. Okay. Let's go to those requests. We had like 2, I think. So, and then I'll just wrap it up, I guess. Nice. Bitcoin's back above 17,000. Hype in the chat for that. Let's go, dude. I love it when the stock market's closed because crypto's able to do whatever it wants, man. Has been resilient. What was it? Pulse Dogecoin. Coupled handle, man? Well, dude, I don't think it's coupled handle. It's not. That's too big of, like, what kind of handle are you talking about, man? Normally these handles should be high and tight. But, okay, you know, it broke some sort of, like, level. Okay, maybe that's the supply line. Remember, above 48, you're in good shape. But look, I mean, the other inflection point was tested and you pulled back at it. So it's, if you break 635, your target's 884. You see 884 again, you're probably going to break it and go to all-time highs. The divergence, nice. Now, what would be the most incredible thing ever would be some sort of formal back to a spring and then a back test of spring before then going to moon. Like, that would be the best thing ever because you'd be able to add your position or enter completely, right? Because that's like, that's really tough, man. Longing fake outs, that's kind of dangerous, right? But after the run, then the pullback, then market participants confirming what was once resistance a billion times is now support, and then everyone goes long together, and then moon after that. I don't know, cup with handle, man. I mean, there's a cup, but the handle's kind of, I don't know, man. That's not really like what my handle looks like on my coffee mug. So nice stuff. YFI. Oh, CVX for Jake. My God, I'm so sorry, dude. CVX. Chevron. All these energy stocks, man. Wow, couldn't do it, could it? That's a really, you know, I was thinking, you know, maybe it has some more legs, and it probably does have more legs, but 70% on B is nothing. There is no formal harmonic with a higher low on C that gives you a formal harmonic. But look where you are. You're right at 174.80, that high from March of 2020 of this year. That's, if you look at the 4 hour, that's gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, that's like a beautiful head and shoulders. That's what it is. Mother of God, dude. Look what Chevron's done, chat. Wow. Chevron from, this is a major fib extension from the high from July of 2014 to the COVID crash low. Look what Chevron's done. It didn't do it on June 13th, right? It didn't do it then. It did it in November. The slightly higher high. The 1.618 fib extension. That's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous looking little rounding structure. Head and shoulders, rounding top. Behavior, isn't it? That's beautiful. Where it's reversing. I mean, if it reversed anywhere in the world, wouldn't a major 2014 to 2020 fib extension 1618 be the perfect spot for it to reverse? Let's see what happens. You know, this every time we would talk about a major reversal on an individual energy stock, it would just blow past everything and go to stupid levels that, wow, man, it's like a crypto now. It's like Bitcoin. Energy stocks are crypto. So let's just understand where we are. It hasn't happened ever until this past month, till November of 2022, a 1618. Again, you didn't do it in June. You didn't do it in March. You didn't do it any of these other times, did you? You're doing it now, and you're beginning to reverse. You're rounding out. If you're not going to go short or anything, the one thing that would be probably the dumbest thing ever, if you cared about these, if you actually respected TA, right? You would never, that'd be the worst place in the world to be going fresh long. Oh, I'm going to take a fresh long on Chevron tomorrow. Yikes, dude. One does not simply do that. So you would wait, like, give me a pullback. Give me something. Give me a gap fill or something, dude. 50% pullback from low to high. Just not up here, man. It's too close to 1618 still. Okay. And if you can even believe it, that was the last request, dude. Oh, wait, YFI for B-dubs, then the last request. YFI still very held up through the carnage yesterday. Very well. Bullish engulfing candle, extremely valid. Testing 74.53 for the second day in a row. No break. That's okay. That level, breaking that. You can definitely get the same type of price action you've seen all the other times you've broken it. Look what happened in late July when it broke. It went up to $14,000. You have to understand that could happen again. It could go higher. Above 74.50. You better have your alerts set up above 74.53 because when you hear the beep, it could be going stupidly higher. I mean, above that level, and it's real, minimum 54% upside, 88% upside, and it goes to the next major 140% upside on YFI. Okay, this is a joke. It's a beanie baby. It's a crypto digital asset. I don't care what it does or what it doesn't do. All I care about is I'm identifying a formal M shape completed, testing an inflection zone where historically it only gains or loses 50% of its value when it breaks, and where it's happening after a 98% retrace from the all-time low. That's what's the most important to me. It's technically incredible for upside, even if it failed. Great position for upside here. Yes, there is an inverse and an inverse Kramer ticker. What's the ticker for inverse Kramer? We can look at it right now if someone types it. Waiting. Go to Litecoin while we wait. Nice bullish consolidation breakout. You had a breakout yesterday of that. You tested $84, but we know $84 what it is. It's such a real level. It's not a, if you break $84, $105. But that's what you did. You tested it February 2020 and you couldn't break it. And it probably didn't break because VIX, Bitcoin, S&P. SJIM. All right, so look at that. This is Litecoin. It looks really good here, man. I mean, this trend is virtually in ways reversed. It's broken the supply lines, back tested the supply lines above the 200-day moving average. You had a golden cross. Golden cross occurred November 25th. And this is beautiful. You can't be surprised if Litecoin breaks $84 and goes to 105, okay? That means if it breaks out for real, you got 25% upside to 30% upside on Litecoin. Okay, it's the golden cross. So yeah, that's just another one that used to be a large market cap coin, or the biggest one. You know, it's big three, big four. Nice, man. Bitcoin's at 17,100 on the new day. It's up almost 1%. Very good. This is good. You want Bitcoin to do this so the altcoins that look good can go nuts. All right. Like Bitcoin Cash, right? This daily here. I mean, what a joke yesterday. But dude, no damage done. Still in a great area for massive upside, 20% upside. Doge up 1% on the new day, right? It's like nothing even happened, man. I mean, it was great, man. 11 cents, but the pullback. But really looking at it, still in an uptrend. Oh yeah, let's go to that SJIM. Oh man, it's not on TradingView. What a joke. Really? Well, that sucks. Figured it would be. Yeah, neither is LJIM. Well, why? I wonder that 4-hour bearish divergence is going to play out. It's not right now. 4-hour bearish divergence is a joke right now. Look at the daily, man. The daily is like on Bitcoin. Just remember, for what, 5 days, going on 6, you are range bound between 16,860 and 17,300. Really. Like, look at that. I mean, that is real. Like, you can't argue that. That's textbook bearish divergence, but it's just pivoting, making the same low and trying to rally again. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be up and down, a lot up and down. Just let's see what happens. Maybe it goes up and tests 200. Maybe it tests 17,569. Black Saturday's low. All right. Well. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your evening. That's about all I got for you. So, thanks for watching. Thank you, Tommy, Todd, Jake, Kush Blunts, B-Dubs, and Wes for the contributions. And I'll just be back. Till next time, respect, fatigue, hey.